Well, now that the season is over, we need to talk about the Ballon D'Or and who is going to win it this season. Now, granted, it is between two players. You could argue maybe a third player, but we all know it's going to be coming down to Messi and Erling Haaland. Both players, again, having a phenomenal season. Obviously, Messi having the World Cup, Erling Haaland with his first season in the Premier League. We're going to talk about both these players, and I will give my take on who will most likely win it this year, so stick till the end. Now, let's start with Erling Haaland. Now, Erling Haaland, first year in the Premier League, he had a lot of people saying that this would be the hardest competition for him, and yet this has been his best season. At the ripe age of 22, the man scored 53 goals, 9 assists, which means he had a total contribution of 62 goals and assists for his first season in, again, arguably the hardest league, the Premier League. Now, again, you could grant it that some of the leagues are more challenging in certain aspects, but when you're looking at the competition, the Premier League seems to have a lot harder schedule than, say, the French League or La Liga or the Bundesliga. You can comment down below if you disagree, but that's pretty much how it looks as of right now with all the spending that's been happening in the Premier League. Now, granted, on top of that, not only did Erling Haaland just do phenomenal in the Premier League, he also shined in the Champions League. He was the Golden Boot winner in the Premier League, also the Golden Boot winner in the Champions League. On top of all that, he was also the Young Player of the Season and the Player of the Season in the Premier League, all again in his first season at the age of 22. And this player is just getting started at Manchester City with Pep Guardiola, and again, it's going to be ridiculous what this player is going to be achieving with the mentality that he has now, with winning everything, but also with having the manager of Pep Guardiola, because we all know how well that worked for Messi. And there's a possibility that maybe Pep Guardiola can turn him on to another level or keep just cranking up those notches for Erling Haaland. Along those lines, he also set the record for having 3 matches in a row with a hat trick, which again is quite remarkable. That does not happen ever, really. So again, for him to do that again just shows how great this player is. Now, on the flip side, we obviously have to talk about Messi and what he's done this season. Now, being 35 years old, you were thinking that maybe Messi wouldn't be in contention for the Ballon D'Or anymore. Ronaldo has left everything, is going to the Saudi Arabia League. So again, you're thinking that maybe Messi is going to start dwindling down. No. This has maybe been his best season in his entire career. Yes, I understand he had the season at Barcelona where he just went off on a tear, but with the World Cup in this whole season, this is why it may be arguably his best season. Now, with him, he had 37 goals, 25 assists, which gave him a 62 contribution, just like Erling Haaland. 25 assists. That is quite remarkable, and I guarantee you there should have been more assists. There were chances that he put on a silver plate for his teammates, and again, they did not score those goals. You can only do so much for your teammates. The fact, though, he still scored 37 goals with, again, PSG and the Argentina national team, again, shows you that this player is not done playing at the top level. And on top of that, he also did win the Golden Boot at the World Cup, was the player of the tournament, and we all remember him lifting the trophy for Argentina. First time since Maradona did it back in the 80s. There was this massive shadow on Messi about if he would ever do anything with Argentina for the World Cup, and he showed that he could do it this past World Cup, carrying the team, scoring vital goals throughout the tournament, and especially in the final, showing up. Yes, Di Maria, again, phenomenal player as well, is going to be a legend for Argentina. Again, I don't think he gets enough credit, but that's a whole different video. But Messi, this season was just another stamp on how great and his legacy as a player. Take nothing away from Erling Haaland, but when you're comparing both sides and you're looking at all competition, yes, Champions League is up there, Premier League's up there, FA Cup's up there. Messi, again, winning the World Cup is going to trump all that. If you remember 2018, Luka Modric only made it to the finals and lost to France, yet still won the Ballon D'Or. Granted, his time at Real Madrid was great as well, so therefore, again, that did have a little bit onto it. Same thing with Messi. Phenomenal World Cup. Again, winning the World Cup, and on top of that, winning that Liga 1 with PSG, and along with a lot of other accumulations and trophies this season, just shows you that, again, he will be winning the Ballon d'Or for his 8th time. Granted, I would like to see Erling Haaland win it, but when you're looking at the stats, you're looking at the competition, you're looking at everything as a whole and taking a step back, you have to understand and recognize what Messi did this past year is remarkable. And again, I'm going to say it's his best season ever, even though, again, we all remember the Barcelona season, winning the World Cup with Argentina in such a long time. You have to give credit to Messi. And again, he will be lifting the Ballon D'Or for the 8th time. So that is what we have today in this video. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you think Erling Haaland should win it, or do you think Messi should win it? Start the comments down below. I'll respond to this as quickly as I possibly can. And that is it, and I will see you in our next video.